sleep, eat, and have sex. You know, you know, sleep, eat, have sex in whichever order.
Or worse, the guys that even don't want to have sex.
And clean the house, you know. Well, of course, and you have those too. You have those that, you know, sexually you're abused because you're neglected, because they're not intimate, period. You know, they actually want to you without no kind of emotions, no love, and that's the end of that, you know.
Exactly.
Well, guys, you're listening to True Talks with OFAE, and our topic tonight is women and abuses across the board. And, you know, we have a few questions we're asking. We're getting the advice and comments and opinions from our special guest, Meme Commander, who is a female activist, among other things. She's a musician and artist, you know. And so
I'm experienced.
And an experienced woman, because she's not a spring chicken, and neither am I. You know,
family.
so we're talking and have a big family, and you paid it forward with your family. You paid it forward. You understand? When you raise children and you raise them well, at least to the best of it, because no child ever think that you raised them properly. You know that, right?
Exactly.
No child. I mean, we'll complain and say, "Oh, my mother did this, my father did this." And when our children come along and say, "Oh, my mother did this and my father did this, or they didn't do this and they didn't do that," and that is beside the point. The point is to get them from being a child into becoming an adult, a functioning adult. You understand? Where they can function in society, you know, and go on and create their own family. So here go now. When women get older, what happens? Oh my gosh, the abuse is atrocious.
Yeah.
It is atrocious. So any of my listening audience, if you have any comments, or you want to raise your hand and ask a question of the guest, or you like to just make a comment in general, please feel free to raise your hand and speak. Okay, press 1 and I'll bring you on, and you can have your say. Okay? Now, I would like to ask, let's talk about religious abuse for a minute. Oh, boy. You know, there are so many different things going on because of religion worldwide. You know, everybody has the right to have their own, the way they want to worship in their religion. Okay? But some of the things, some of the laws and that goes on within some of these religions, particularly Islam, it goes against the rights of women. Period. Okay. And you know, you see all, you know, where they have you know, they marry child marriages. They have child marriages. You know, they have, of course, you know, these gross laws that in reference to women, you know, covering their bodies. Women have to cover their bodies, you know, and you know, the little laws about looking at men and having affairs and all of this stuff. And guess what? The woman cannot have an affair, but the man can. Is there something wrong with that picture?
It goes back to when, like, the men, like, had all the cattle and the goats, and that was their property, and the women just kind of fit in with that because, you know, you had the cows and the goats had more babies so you can make more money, and somehow the women were just sort of more of that system of, you know, make more babies or so they could have more workers, free workers in the family.
Yeah, but right now, as the world goes on, we are not in favor. Matter of fact, if they could give, I just feel so. The way how things are and the way how women are being treated, I'm like, damn, just line us up and shoot us already. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, rather than go through all the years of abuse, you know, just like if you really want to get rid of us, just line us up and just execute us one time. Blah, 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 blah. You understand? And I'm saying this as like a metaphor because look at what is happening. You see? Look at what is happening to women, you know? And women are trying really hard. I mean, we can't say the women are trying. They try, but at every turn, they get blamed for something when it goes wrong.
Exactly. If they stay home, they don't get control of the money. If they go to work, they're considered, male-like women and not true mothers, and so they're subject to, divorce and stuff like that. It's really hard to know what is the perfect woman right now. What is she supposed to be?
Well, damn sure not nice, because men don't like nice women. They like bitches and whores, I swear. That's what they like. I'm being funny, but it's not funny, I mean, why do you have to exude that type of mentality?
They don't want to marry one, right?
No, they want single one. They want those kind of women, but they're not going to marry them.
Right,
and
exactly.
I think that's part of the breakdown when they talk about the American institution. That's part of the breakdown right there, because nobody stays married in America for no length of time. I mean, the real people that were married and stayed married, I mean, their days are bygone, gone. Okay?
The only ones that I know like that are the ones who are doing that in the old-fashioned way. The only ones that are sticking together that I know are doing the old-fashioned way, where the guy goes out and works and the lady stays home. Everybody else is doing this other thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the mafia people are doing
son and daughter-in-law doing it that way.
I think the mafia people are doing that. Those people are rich housewives of Atlanta, of New York, and they're doing that. They can stay home and the husband go and do whatever he does. You understand? But the average Joe, the average woman, and all of these cliches, but the average woman, whether regardless of what age she is, she got to get her ass out there if she want money, because guess what? She has too much competition to say the man favor her so much, he got so much money that he going to give it to her. Next thing you know, if the man got money, you have to worry about all the other women that who going to want to be in competition with you to get that man. And why is that? Why is that?
Yeah.
You see? So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it all. But let's talk a little bit of politics.
That's a long subject anyway. It's hard to jump on it and take care of that one. That's a long talk.
Let's talk a little politics. Okay. And I know you're a Hillary supporter, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm not saying she's perfect, but my God, hey.
That's how I feel about it.
She can handle it.
I feel about it like that. It's like choosing the lesser of two evils for me. This is I swear to God. This is me.
Yeah.
I'm choosing the lesser of two evils, and Hillary will be it. Okay?
Yeah. Because God forbid that
Hillary is
Donald
it.
Trump.
She is it. I'm even, listen to me good, I'm even forfeiting my vote for a grassroots party. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That I like. And giving it to Hillary because I see impending doom and disaster for anybody who don't have money. If their guy Mr. T gets in, okay? I see it. You don't got money, I don't care. You in the black church or whatever you go, wherever you want. You a regular businessman, and you don't have money, you in trouble. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, because I'm like, what the hell? What is this? It's like, hey, just whatever the bottom line is, that's all I want to hear. That's Mr. T for you. Okay, someone raised their hand. Woo-hoo. Alrighty, I'm going to bring you on 661. You're on the air with True Talk with OFAE, 661.
Hello, this is Big Al. You call me Big Al, from California.
Hi, Big Al. How are you?
Hi, good. I just broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and it's a really hard situation because, it's the opposite of what you guys saying about abuse and all that stuff, and for me, because I went through a 2-year going through hell relationship. Like, it's always arguments and arguments and arguments and arguments and arguments. And then she just was really, just went haywire and went buck wild. And then she was trying to put enough, and I didn't verbally abuse her. I didn't mentally abuse her at all.
Okay.
And
now you are a very rare case. Okay. In reference to our conversation, because we're really talking about abuses across the board, not individual abuses, so to speak. But even though a lot of women are being individually abused, and half of the women don't know it, and it's not just by the person that they're with, it's by society. You understand? Society in itself is abusing women, you see? So I understand your situation, And I didn't say, we don't say that she was right to do that to you, and it does happen, and men do get abused too. Yeah.
Yeah,
people
it's
in general,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, in like the situation I was in with the woman that I was with, she was really went hysterical. It was to a point that she was saying that she was gonna and I never put hands on her. She was like critiquing me what I don't do and everything else on Facebook, and then what I found out on my computer, because she didn't know I had my Facebook account, and because we broke up and everything, and she was talking about doing a restraining order, something I did not do at all. I didn't fight with her. I didn't do anything with her. And it's always like when I try to talk to her, she won't even be able to communicate.
Well,
and it's always it was a stressful relationship.
Let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you as a spiritualist, okay? Because I'm feeling everything that you're saying to me.
Yeah.
And it's always difficult, especially if you love someone. You understand? But loving someone doesn't mean that they're going to be loving you back either, That is just you. If you love them and they love you back, good. But if they don't love you back and they're abusing you and all this stuff, and you can't take it, then you all separate, and then guess what? You're going to get over it. You're going to get over it and just look for a different person, because there's so much fish in the sea.
Yeah. Yeah, like right now, what the craziest thing?
Nobody's forcing you to get over it. You can take your time, but it's all left up to how much abuse you can take.
Like,
you see what I mean?
Yeah, what's the craziest thing, though? Her mom was always claiming that I abuse her, and I never put hands on her. I never call her out her name. I never downgrade her as a woman. And I'm just like, her mom and her family got involved, and you know how that is. They put the hand in the cookie jar in the relationship, and I just didn't like it, and that can mess up the relationship. It was just a stressful relationship.
Well, you have to have a relationship with the whole family, really. If you're serious about a person, it's really important to invest in taking time to get to know the family and being honorable with them. Of course, they've got their interests in mind, too, to protect their daughter. So, it's not. It seems like a bad thing to you, but it's just a kind of a normal thing. It's just that process to go through.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing, because she's a more of abusive, mentally abusing me. Like, I'm not mounting nothing. I don't do this, and she's always like have an anger problem. But then again,
then why are you with her? Why not go look for a new girlfriend?
No, I'm done with her. I broke up with her last week.
Oh,
it's
wow,
just really,
that's fresh. That's fresh. I know, buddy. Oh boy, I feel for you.
I'm just still hurt.
Yeah, I understand, but that's anger. That anger issue, I mean,